Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to do an earlier live stream today. I'm going to try to do these early live streams. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I will have another live stream this evening around 7:30 p.m. We have a lot to talk about. To my super chat, I cannot do this without you people. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some people. So your super chat is greatly appreciated. Political mood tilts in Republicans' favor. Tulsi Gabbard is campaigning with Kari Lake. We'll get to that. Tulsi Gabbard is a very intelligent, honorable, courageous woman. And I was a lifelong Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard was a lifelong Democrat. You never see supporters of Trump joining the Democratic Party. It never happens. That never happens. A person who votes for Donald Trump likes a great economy, record highs in household median income, record low in poverty with Trump, Doha Agreement, Abraham Accords, first president to step foot in North Korea. He did more in 4 years than President Obama did in 8 years. I mean, you can ask the people of Libya in a failed intervention during President Obama's administration, but hit subscribe to this channel, to my super chat. Thank you so much. If you want to talk about Tulsi Gabbard campaigning with Kari Lake, the economy, inflation has cut into the retirement accounts of the average American by 25%, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to that right now. Political mood tilts in favor with economy and inflation top of mind 3 weeks from midterms. Obviously, the economy and inflation is the primary concern. Okay, it's not whether Trump is a menace to democracy. Okay, that's never been an issue. That's only been an issue recently in the past couple of weeks or months because that's the new Democratic Party talking point, so all of media just parrots the same nonsense. They just regurgitate the same nonsense. Oh, well, Trump is a menace to democracy. Oh, my goodness, what's going to happen if he denies the outcome? As they denied the outcome, Kari Lake showed so many... She hasn't officially joined, that's true. I think, though, that she will eventually join the Republican Party. I think campaigning with Kari Lake is the first step to doing so. So Tulsi Gabbard did not officially join the Republican Party. I hope and pray that she does. I think that she's joining, and she essentially has joined by campaigning with Kari Lake. G. Corber. So I agree with you, Edward. But I do think essentially that she's about to, or telling the world that she's going to become a Republican, and I hope that's the case. G. Corber, hello. Everyone here, hello. Kristen, Eric, hello. Toy Mafia, hello. The economy and inflation, the dominant issues 3 weeks before the midterm elections. Okay, that's obvious. The economy is how you judge a president. It always has been how you judge a president. You don't judge a president by his tweets. That's never been the standard to judge anyone. It's never, ever been the standard to judge a president. Nobody has ever said, well, I don't like Bill Clinton's rhetoric or Bush's rhetoric or President Obama's rhetoric or FDR's. Well, FDR, they loved his rhetoric, but nobody judges people by their words. They judge people by their actions. Okay? Donald Trump, we had record low unemployment. We had a record low in poverty. That's the whole point of being a Democrat, is that you care about poor people, that you care about social safety nets, that you're compassionate. I don't think that she'd be... I think that if Tulsi Gabbard joins the Republican Party, you know that her foreign policy, ladies and gentlemen, see, Trump's foreign policy is appealing. Like, that's the main reason I love President Trump. That's the... Eric, hello. That's the main reason I love President Trump, is foreign policy and economic policy. But, you know, you're going to have somebody who is against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts with Tulsi Gabbard. You will have somebody who doesn't revere or worship intelligence agencies. So, I mean, you have to take things, ladies and gentlemen, in context. Is she a conservative Republican? No. Is she going to be very much in line with Rand Paul and Donald Trump and Ron Johnson and Jim Jordan in terms of foreign policy? Yes, absolutely. I think that, you look at what's taking place, ladies and gentlemen, and impeachment is around the corner. Impeachment of mashed potato brains Joe is around the corner. And the Senate will also go Republican. That's very interesting, too, because you had Democrats up in the polls about 2 months ago, about a month ago. The reason they were up in the polls is because of the Mar-a-Lago raid. That's the only reason. They got a boost in terms of support. They got a little jolt of electricity because for some. See, here's the thing. It also energized Republicans. So, like, if they were to indict Trump, which they really have nothing to indict him on, but if they were to indict Trump, it would only help Donald Trump. It would actually eventually, it would initially help the Democratic Party, but ultimately help Trump and Republicans. The Republican Party is Donald Trump's party. Liz Cheney lost by 40 points. Kinzinger didn't even run run again. Mitt Romney is a dinosaur. You can look, and Mitch McConnell, he's been around forever. He's not going to be the Senate leader forever. And so Trump is just playing a very long game, and he's doing very, very well. The economy is tanking. Every investment bank out there is eventually or is predicting a recession in 2023, but we're already in a recession. Okay, stock market keeps going up. That's only the past week or so, less than a week. It's going to come crashing down. Inflation. See, this is the thing. You pumped $10 trillion in fiscal and monetary stimulus. $10 trillion in fiscal and monetary stimulus. So you have retirement accounts down 25%. We'll get to that right now. 25%. Biden's hammering your 401k. Soaring inflation has wiped 25% off the average American worker's retirement savings. When you are losing 25% in your retirement savings because of inflation and because of Biden's economy, okay, you are when you're presiding over this economy, you're going to lose. You're going to just lose the House and lose the Senate. And if you don't lose the House and the Senate, that's a very bizarre outcome. You're presiding over a recession with a geopolitical nightmare in Europe. And on what planet do you keep the Congress? And inflation's 8 to 9%. People have lost 25% of their savings, and there's 8.5% down. Real wages are 8.5% down. So I don't understand how you have real wages down 8.5%. If real wages are down 8.5%, okay? If they are down 8.5%, and you have retirement accounts that have lost 25% of their income, of the savings. You have inflation at 8 to 9%. You have recession with 2 quarters of negative GDP growth. Okay, so tell me how you're going to keep Congress. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you're going to keep Congress when you have presided over a catastrophe. And they kept saying that Trump, oh my God, Trump and this, and Oz Fetterman. But here, really quickly, I should have put this up, 8.5% real wages down. You look, the New York Post had an article on this, but also the Dallas Fed. Are wages declining? The median decline in real wages is a little more than 8.5%. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. And so you're looking at a catastrophe. You're looking at an absolute catastrophe, ladies and gentlemen. And as I beg for Super Chat, I'm telling everybody, and I've been telling everybody since September of last year, 2021, when I said, save your money. Save your money. I said there's going to be a market crash and economic catastrophe on the horizon. If you watch, if you tuned in to this channel, it's your first time here, you look at the introduction, the first video you'll see on this channel is me predicting in 2021, we're going to have a stock market crash and we're going to have an economic downturn. Now, you have real wages down 8.5%, but there's also going to be 100,000 jobs. Well, it's something like 173,000 jobs lost every month. So the congressional ballot is 7 points. Republicans, according to, so hold on one second, B of A, 173,000 jobs a month lost. So hold on one second. U.S. economy will start losing 175,000 jobs a month. Okay? That's according to Bank of America. U.S. economy will start losing 175,000 jobs a month. So let's just go ahead and... Okay, wait a second. You're going to be losing 175,000... Let's see. Hold on one second. I want to just get that CNN article. So... here it is. 98% chance of global recession. So every country that did the exact same thing all at once is tanking. God, Lord, why is it so difficult to just get that CNN article? Okay, so hold on one second. 175,000 jobs a month. CNN, U.S. economy will start losing 175,000 jobs a month. Okay. It's right here. Now, this is the result of Democrats running the country. Cole, hello. Indy, hello. G. Corber, hello. This is the result of Democrats running the country. If you're a Democrat, you're a morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat. You care so much about social safety nets and the planet, and you're moral and you're empathetic. That's the selling point. I was a Democrat my whole life. I understand the marketing. You're so moral. You're so ethical. You're such a good human being. You're not mean like Trump, but Trump, we had a great economy. You can't blame his last year in office. Democrats commandeered the U.S. economy, shut down economic activity. So... you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where San Pellegrino is fantastic, by the way. Have you ever tried this? I'm drinking the Pompelmo. But what is the point of voting Democrat and being empathetic, having empathy and caring about people and feeling for impoverished people and understanding your privilege if your economic policies have cost 175,000 jobs to be lost every month? And that's on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. The reason that we are not seeing that is because we're still, there's a buffer of trillions of dollars in stimulus and monetary and fiscal stimulus. So these are the policy of the Democratic Party. For example, they focus on protecting the country, the climate, and then they went after oil and gas companies and corporations, the oil and gas industry, And then they reversed course because they realized saving the planet means higher gas prices. They don't even believe anything that they claim to believe. They pontificate about climate and then release close to 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserves. And so you can't, they're all over the place. They're all over the place. This economy should be up and running. If Trump were in office, it would be up and running. He wouldn't have gone after the oil and gas industry. He would have focused on the invasion in Europe would not have taken place with Trump. So he would have negotiated, and the rebuttal is, well, no, you can't negotiate. It's like, well, do you like what's taking place now? It would have been better had there been negotiations, because now you have a country with millions of people, millions of refugees, tens of thousands of people who've lost their lives, and this all could have been averted. But the administration of mashed potato brains is incompetent. They're not competent. They don't know. They don't have an objective. They have a checklist. It's different. They govern. Christian O'Brien! Starting it off. Thank you, Christian. Christian O'Brien, I hope all is well. Sending good vibes. Thank you. Lou Maldonado, I'd love that. They have a bucket list. Okay? Democrats govern through a bucket list, utilizing a bucket list of what they want to accomplish from an ideological viewpoint. So like, okay, ban federal leasing on lands, halt pipelines, and then beg OPEC for oil, and then release 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserves when our initial policies don't work. So what's the point? What is the point of executive orders meant to decarbonize the U.S. economy? What is the point of that? What is the point of executive orders meant to combat, address the issue of climate, if you're just going to go ahead and release 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserves and then beg OPEC for oil? What is the point of that? They don't understand the irony, the hypocrisy. They start off. So here, this is just one example. Decarbonizing the U.S. economy. There's all this emphasis on the left to decarbonize the U.S. economy, to enter a green New Deal. But where in the Climate Paris Accords and the Green New Deal does it say beg OPEC for oil? See, you can't. This is the thing. It's like Medicare for all. It sounds really good, but at the end of the day, it's not feasible. Timothy Ross! Hello, Timothy! Thank you, Timothy. Hope all is well. Thank you. Christian O'Brien, Timothy Ross, thank you. To my super chat, thank you. I can't do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. When you have 8.5, how much money are you willing, if you are a morally superior liberal Democrat and you can't stand Trump, how much money are you willing to take out of your paycheck to ensure that a good economy under Trump doesn't take place? Like, you're going to have to deal with his personality, it's true. So, but you'll also have a good economy and a good foreign policy. So, because you despise him, you'd rather lose money? What kind of petulant reaction to any politician is this? If I made money with Biden, and if Biden was anti-war and negotiated to prevent an invasion like Trump would have done, I'd vote for Biden. But that's not what Democrats are about. If Democrats gave me more money, not like in terms of a check, but in terms of allowed me to earn more in a growing economy, where my wages didn't fall 8.5%, and if they were against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts and invasions, and if they didn't revere and worship alliances and intel agencies, I'd vote Democrat. I'm going to vote so like I can prosper. I'm not going to vote for some dumb ideological reason. I wasn't born to show allegiance to the Democratic Party, neither were you. Nobody is born to show allegiance to any political party. Christian O'Brien! Thank you, 199,000. Yes, yes. We're almost there. Christian, we're going to have a party. Party at H.A. Goodman's channel when it happens. Party at H.A. Goodman's channel. We're almost there. We're actually, Christian O'Brien, we're actually 900 subs away. So if you know 900 people, Derek, hello. Timothy, hello. If you know 900 people, just let them know about this channel. I'll get to 200,000 faster than I would if you didn't know 900 people. But yeah, I'm 900 people away. But the question is, like, of course Republicans are going to take the House and almost certainly the Senate. Okay? Because why would you vote for a bad economy? Just because this media is almost always wrong. You could look at what media, all the smartest people in the room. You can even look at when media starts yelling and screeching and amplifying a message all at once. It could be, you could look at if you look at the intelligence community, our wonderful hi James Clapper, hi John Brennan, hi Comey, it's a community. Robert, hello. When has the when have the intel agencies and media been right? You can look back the past 60 years. Look at the past 60 years. Bay of Pigs, Gulf of Tonkin. Vietnam was championed by the New York Times, the Washington Post, Stanford, Harvard, Yale, intellectuals, and policy advocates and government officials who were all Ivy League. Lou Maldonado! Good call on the market last year. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lou Maldonado, thank you. I do appreciate that very much. You know me, Lou. I obsess over things, and it's basically every segment I focused on that, and it's going to get worse because oil's going to go back up to well over $100 a barrel, and I think OPEC, they're not stupid. They're very smart, and they know the oil business. People say, oh, it'll be like the 70s. They hurt themselves. Like, that was an embargo for political reasons. This is like an economic issue. There aren't any real political, ideological reasons OPEC is cutting production other than they want to make more money. Why wouldn't you want to make more money? If you have Western Europe and the U.S. and Canada obsessing over the climate, and they want to do away with fossil fuels, and they're telling the world, as they beg the world for more oil and gas, why wouldn't you? And I mean, all of these people tanked their economy, so why wouldn't you, cut production? It's interesting too because the Biden administration now wants to retaliate diplomatically. It's like, didn't you just want to decarbonize the U.S. economy, you hypocrites? This is like a bipolar, like, Democrats have like this bipolar foreign policy and economic policy. They think one thing one day, and they think another thing another day. It's like, Lou Maldonado, thank you so very, very much. DVK, hello. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna try to do more early live streams also. So I'm gonna try to do one at around 11 or 12 or 1, and then one in the evening as well. Christian, thank you. Thank you so much, Christian. Greatly appreciated. Lou, thank you so very much. Creating, hello. How much money are you willing to spend just to make sure that Trump doesn't tweet? This is a psychological and emotional phenomenon. It makes no sense. I wouldn't care if somebody helped me I wouldn't care about their personality. And after 7 years of, oh my God, Trump, he's a menace, he's mean, you can be mean and not correlate to 1930s and 1940s authoritarians. If you make that, Kentucky Cobra, hello. If you make that a leap of logic, see, Democrats make absurd leaps of logic all the time. All the time. And they're never called on it. Oh, well, Trump is a menace to democracy. He doesn't accept. Well, you didn't accept either. Kari Lake has a million different examples. Debbie Jonker. Hello, Debbie. I hope all is well. Hello, Debbie. Ex-Democratic Representative Tulsi Gabbard to campaign for Trump-backed Kari Lake in Arizona. This is a dream come true, ladies and gentlemen. Kari Lake is a force to be reckoned with. She's very good. Very good. Love Tulsi Gabbard. I know people are like, oh, I don't, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to trust me or anyone. Just look at her track record in terms of foreign policy. Matthew, hello. Look at her track record in terms of foreign policy. Okay? I'm about foreign policy. I am against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts, where you're sending Americans to win the hearts and minds of people in other countries. No military. The Soviets couldn't, the French couldn't do it in Vietnam. The Soviets couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. It is not possible. It is not possible. It is an impossible task. And Republicans like Liz Cheney love that. They will send Americans anywhere. And on the when I was on the left, you had a whole bunch of people with very warped and twisted morality. And they were like, you're going to join forces with the conservatives just because they're anti-war. Well, what about the climate? What about the economy? Well, you haven't done anything but release 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserve. And the economy is in shambles. Just like your political party. Just like your primaries where you cheat Bernie Sanders every 4 years. Again! It's the morning time. Can I have... I'm going to run again in 2024. And I'm going to do very well in Iowa. Oh, what's this? I lost again in Iowa. How did that happen? Again with the Michigas. I bust my kumquats for you people, and I just keep losing in Iowa. What happens? What's happening? What's going on? You keep wanting me to lose the first contest because I win the next two. And if I won the first three, I'd become nominee. And because you don't want a Green Party candidate as nominee, you keep cheating me. But you need me there to funnel left-leaning votes back into the Democratic Party. Thanks a lot. With friends like you, who needs enemies? Bernie Sanders exists to funnel people. Indeed. Oh, there's only two. This is one person that enjoys my Bernie Sanders. And it's like, it's such a racket. Thank God Tulsi Gabbard is either eventually becoming Republican or left the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is the most despicable, vile, sinister. I shouldn't say that. I should say there's a certain element of the ideology within the Democratic Party. So let me rephrase that. There's a certain aspect of the ideology that fuels the Democratic Party that is based upon Tammany Hall style politics that's despicable, sinister, diabolical, and nasty. But not nasty in a good way, nasty in a bad way. Just nasty. And what they don't like actually debating or like, you see like Fetterman or Warnock, like Warnock and Some other, who's the other Democrat that didn't want to debate? They don't. Oh, Kari Lake's opponent. They don't want to debate. They don't like debating. AOC was offered 10 grand for like a charity of her choice. She said, nah. They don't like to actually back their viewpoint because they then would have to actually defend. How do you defend flooding 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserves and begging OPEC for oil as you preach about the climate? How does that happen? Katie Hobbs, exactly. Yes, I Odyssey, yes. She hasn't officially joined, but she's campaigning with Kari Lake, and in a sense, for the moment, joining Republicans to campaign. Yeah, I can change. I'll change the title. I think eventually she will join the Republican Party. I hope she does. But campaigning for Kari Lake is a pretty overt, strong step. I love Tulsi Gabbard. I think she's fantastic. If you oppose the Lincoln Project, you are a candidate I will vote for. And see, on the left, what the interesting, the mentality is a very there's so much tribalism and groupthink. I remember it was such an unhappy experience being a progressive or being on the left. Indie joy! I bust my kumquats, Bernie says. I bust my kumquats for this political party, I get nothing. With friends like Elizabeth, who needs Elizabeth Warren? Thanks, Lizzie. Thanks for saying that I told you that a woman couldn't win because you know that didn't happen. Why did you make it up? It must be it must be the same thing as you failing your DNA test. How did it feel, Lizzie, to fail your DNA test, huh? Maybe that's why you made up that I said a woman couldn't win. Indy Joy! Thank you, Indy. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated, Indy Joy. Thank you. To my super chat, thank you so much. I can't do this without you. Thank you, Indy. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Tulsi Gabbard is a very honorable, courageous, noble, intelligent human being. Very courageous woman. And I mean, if you're a Democrat in this day and age, you're an actress or an actor, really. You look at the way the Democratic Party runs, and it's constant preaching, condemning, pontificating, and then doing the opposite of what they preach and condemn. So they care about poverty, but poverty is up since Trump. We had record low in poverty with Trump. We had a record low of 10.5%. We had record highs in household median income. Now we have an economy in free fall, 8 to 9% inflation. We have real wages down 8.5%. Real wages were up 1.1% in 2019. In fact, we know that real wages were up 1.1% in 2019 because Bernie Sanders was saying that wasn't enough. Now, what's Bernie Sanders saying? Jilly Bean, hello! Thank you, Jilly Bean. Thank you. Indy Joy, thank you. To my super chat, thank you so much. I can't do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where everything they accuse Trump of, they're guilty of. Everything they accuse Trump of, whether it's working with the Kremlin, well, they're the ones who presided over 20% of U.S. uranium capacity sold to that country. I still can't, and the rebuttal is, it's just a commodity! It's just a commodity! You have graft and bribery. Debbie Jonker! Timothy Ross! Debbie Jonker, you are amazing. You are amazing, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you so much, Debbie Jonker. You are amazing. Thank you so very much. Timothy Ross, thank you. Thank you, Timothy. I hope all is well. I hope all is well, Timothy. Thank you. From your profile, looks like you're an artist, or looks like you're an artist in that picture. Timothy Ross, thank you so very much. Debbie Jonker, thank you. If I had a superpower right now, I would, well, to become an artist, it's either natural or you're trained to do so. But I would love to just be able to draw and paint anything. Kentucky Cobra. I would. Thank God that's not being shown. Zero tolerance. Thank you, Debbie, Indy, and Timothy. If I had a superpower, I would love to be able to just draw. I used to trace growing up. I used to have tracing paper and then trace a torso and then trace who remembers BattleTech? Eric H526. Who remembers BattleTech? Come on, Eric. I know you're younger than me, but do you remember BattleTech? Who remembers BattleTech? Who remembers BattleTech here? Okay. This, along with a whole bunch of... This used to be a huge thing growing up. And it wasn't a video game. It was I used to actually trace all these different different parts of the robot. But anyway, I would trace other things too. But anyway, but it would be nice to be able to do that. Just have the talent to. There are a great many people I used to know a lot of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful artists who were just born with the talent to draw like Spider-Man flying. It's pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing to be able to have that talent. But anyway, so U.S. inflation rates, real wages down, Dallas Fed. So, 8.5%. I am a nerd. Debbie Jonker, thank you so much as always, Debbie. So kind of you. Timothy, thank you. Indy, thank you. Debbie, I hope all is well. You are amazing, Debbie. Thank you so much. And Timothy and Indy, thank you so very much. Yeah, I mean, why would you lose money just for ideological reasons? And then they say, oh, Dobbs. It's like, well, that was the Supreme Court. And being objective, see, this is where Democrats really lose it. Had you not cheated Bernie Sanders, and I say this like, I'm being very objective here. I am one of the most passionate supporters of President Trump in all of YouTube. There's probably maybe 20 channels or so, 25 channels, and I'm one of them. But I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post at one point, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. I can tell you, at that moment in time, lightning in a bottle. Lightning in a bottle. I'm being objective now. Lightning in a bottle. Bernie would have won. Not because he's fantastic, but because at that moment, people didn't really understand he was just, would do anything the Democratic Party wants at all times. So, they cheated Bernie Sanders and they went with a candidate they lost with. They would have gotten 3 liberal Supreme Court justices. So they did this to themselves. Nice, Matthew. That would be awesome. They did this to themselves. Robert, I agree. I'm being completely objective. Bernie Sanders at that moment in time would have won. They would have gotten 3 Supreme Court justices. They cheated Bernie, so it's their fault. They always want their cake and eat it too. They always want to have their cake and eat it too. How much more objective can I get? They would have, and I love Trump. He's a fantastic president. He's a better politician when he's not in power, actually. It's interesting. He needs to do a lot of things. Hopefully he takes back the Oval Office in 24, but he needs to do a lot of things. American Girl! I can't keep up with your... Me neither. I can't keep up with my own nutty schedule. Debbie, thank you so much, Debbie. American Girl. Wow, I can't keep up with your crazy... Here's some money for your... Thank you, American Girl. I appreciate that. Thank you. American Girl, thank you. American Girl, Debbie Jonka. I would have won. But Debbie Wasserman Schultz, what a wonderful human being she is. A lovely, lovely human being. Along with Elizabeth Warren, who's a very loyal person. You know that song by the OJs called Backstabbers? That's basically a duet version between Debbie Wasserman and Elizabeth Warren. Backstabbers, they smiling in your face. All the time they want to take your place. I don't even be home, but they still keep on calling. That's thanks a lot, Elizabeth, for saying a bunch of Lashon Hara about me that I said a woman could win. I meant Hillary! I didn't say all women. You think if Margaret Thatcher were here, she wouldn't win? Bernie is like... Then they got him like... During the inauguration, he had his little mittens. Oh, look, he has his mittens. Crotchety Bernie. They turned me into a meme. With my mittens. That's what they do. Like, they make sure he's not a threat anymore, and then they just try to adopt him. Like, oh, we love him, Not really. High tones, hello. Money. That's right. Money. Ladies and gentlemen, I will have a live stream this evening at around 7 p.m. Pacific time. So be here at 7. But the pendulum is shifting. Impeachment is around the corner. Say it every single day. It'll make you feel good. Feels good. It'll make you feel good. Robert John. Here's some money for the poor. Your energy. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. In the great state of Texas. Thank you. Thank you, Robert John. Impeachment is around the corner. And then you're going to hear, fake impeachment. This is every headline for the next 2 years. Republicans with their phony impeachment. Republicans with their fake impeachment. And then whenever they talk about Trump, it's like twice impeached president, twice impeached. With Biden, they'll be like, not really impeached, kind of fake, phony impeached Biden. It's just like an 8th grade class. American politics is like a dysfunctional middle school. And honestly, like, you have Trump, he, in some ways, provokes this. In many ways, he does. But he doesn't have anyone backing him up. Like, he has very few people actually overtly backing him up in the Republican Party. Like, Republicans are like, oh, Trump, he's really harming our brand. What brand? What Mittens Romney? And then you have Paul Ryan who's like, yeah, he can't win. It's like he actually did. Ryan and Romney didn't. They will never be president. Trump was already president for 4 years. What was the proverb? People who say it can't be done shouldn't stop people who are actually doing it or trying to do it. And so, Anthony, thank you. And so, it's like, Anthony, thank you. So, impeachment is around the corner. Just keep saying that, people. Impeachment is around the corner. Say it. Impeachment is around the corner. I'm going to head out in a couple minutes, but I want to ask this audience a very important question. Do you want me to end the stream with a picture of Christie or Hillary Clinton? Okay, so hold on. Crispy. Crispy or Hillary? I'll give you a choice this time, people. Do you want me to end the live stream with a picture of Chris Christie or Hillary Clinton? Which one is it? Because I care about everyone here. Creating exactly the bobbleheads. That's old school. Jeff. Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme. Crispy? Okay. Okay, let's do one photo and then we're out of here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to the 2024 Republican nominee for president in an alternate reality. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is a good one. Hold on one second. Why am I doing this? Okay. Oh, yeah. This is a really good one. He's dancing? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Be here tonight at around Be here tonight at around 7:30 p.m. 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 7:30 We will have a live stream at around 7:30 p.m. Pacific tonight. Be here, people. And to my super chat, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. American Girl, probably. Thank you so much, everybody. Debbie, everyone here. Indy, everybody here. Timothy, everyone here. Thank you so very much. Lou, Christian O'Brien, everybody here, thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you. I'll see you tonight at around 7:30 p.m., people.